Welcome back. Today we're going to start a new sculpture. I'm putting in just a little wire to hold my sculpture up. I'm not that good with armatures, but this usually will work. And I'm going to use monster clay for this particular sculpture. One of the things I hate about a lot of wall art, and in specific this type of wall art, it's taxidermy. I hate the idea of having taxidermy, but it would be kind of cool to have a sculpture of a actual deer's head or a buck's head on the wall. So here I am. I'm going to put in a glaze of monster clay over my aluminum foil. The aluminum foil is just there to bulk up the sculpture. And I believe that monster clay is the best type of clay that you can use for oil. The best oil clay you could possibly get. It is amazing. So I'm starting to define. One of the things I wanted to do is to create the sternocleidomastoid. That's the muscle on the side of the neck that turns the head to the left and to the right. And humans have this, and you see this in a lot of portrait sculpture, and it's the same thing for animal sculpture. This long muscle is much longer on an animal, but if you turn the head, the muscle on the opposite side becomes more pronounced, and it looks great. Remember, I'm pretty new to sculpting animals, so I'm learning all the time. And it's important to know the anatomy. You can cross-reference anatomy for horses to learn about deers and bucks because it's essentially all structured the same, except they have different proportions and lengths. One of the things that taxidermy, for example, is missing is the structure of the body. The muscles just seem to be completely gone. And here I'm lighting up a little flame just because I can heat up my metal tools and even my wire tools and really dig in and soften some of the clay. At a certain point, you have to use smaller tools for this size. On the computer in the background, you see various references coming up because I'm looking at taxidermy, but the more important thing really is to learn anatomy. There's several anatomical studies for bucks and deers online, specifically because a lot of people use them to hunt. So there's a lot of anatomy studies of them. One of the things I did wrong is sculpt it at an angle. You see my table is at an angle. If I had it on vertically, completely level vertically, it would make much more sense. So at this point, I had to move the neck up just so it would look more natural. One of the things I could have done is put hair on the sculpture, but I just decided to keep the muscles a little bit more visible, and then I'll scratch in a little bit of fur here and there to suggest that the body is covered by fur, but I don't want to lose any of the anatomy. Well, we're coming to the end of this session. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. It keeps me motivated to create more of these sculptures for you.